And we're not talking about snake scales or whatever there. We are talking about, gosh, I don't even know what the easiest way to say it is. We are talking about, I don't know, I guess ways of measuring. Using number lines, I guess. Probably, obviously, when you think or you hear the word scales, you maybe think of the ever popular bathroom scale. You know, you got the numbers there on this number line, and it says whatever, 100, 105, whatever. But other things that come in scales would be what? What other things do you use that are scales? Other things that are scales, Ryan?
Yeah, does that not hurt Mr. Hahn?
Does it not hurt Mr. Hahn? No, it doesn't hurt Mr. Hahn. It's really not a very hard piece of wood. Other things that are scales would be, Logan?
Like that thing where there's two bowls.
Yeah, that is another way that there's scales, but I'm looking for measuring things. Those would be, yeah, you could measure weight on them, but I'm looking for ones that have like the number line kind of things on them. I know it's hard to see when it's right in front of your eyes. Another scale type thing, Julia?
Is like a meter stick.
Yes, a ruler would be another type of measuring scale. A ruler is, you know, whatever. You got all those graduated lines on there. What else do we see here? I'll draw it for you just because it's one that pops up in the book all the time. Even though I don't think we even have one that looks like this anymore. Alex?
Speedometer.
Oh, we had to go speedometer. After I did all my drawing here, yes, the speedometer is definitely one in your car. But what do car speedometers look like? Yeah, usually it's a line that goes like this, and then usually 55 is right here because they want that's the speed limit. And then you get the whatever, maybe 65, 75, 85. I don't know, maybe that's not right. 45, 35. Not to digress from my shape here, what is it? Yeah. Yes, a thermometer. Thermometer. Now, when you talk about scales, you'll remember this from last year as well. What is the single most important thing when you're looking at a scale to understand and figure out? Maggie?
The numbers go up there.
Yes. What do the lines stand for? Because sometimes they go up by 2s, sometimes they go up by 5s, sometimes they go up by 10s. For example, I suppose I should do this. Well, let's look at my car here. I think I actually did it close to me, right? When you look at this here, there's only numbers by certain ones, and you have to figure out, well, if my speedometer, if I was going this fast right here and breaking the speed limit, you need to know what each dash or tick mark stands for. How fast am I going if I go to that point right there? In which case, you need to look at, here's 65 and 75. What would be exactly in the middle of that, which means each line must be, Caitlin, stand for?
5.
Yeah, each one of these stands for going another 5 miles an hour faster. So I am going 65, 70 miles an hour, which is never a good thing. Well, I guess it is the speed limit in some places here. A lot of times it looks like this. Here's 0. Here is 10, and then you have that what is each line, each little tick mark stand for there? Let's say my thermometer, let's say my temperature goes up to here. Maybe we need something bigger. Why don't we use these kind of thermometers anymore? Does anybody know? They do have mercury, they usually have mercury in them, and mercury's not supposed to be good for you. So anyways, what's my temperature if my thing goes up to here? What is my temperature? Andrew, what do you think it is?
I'm guessing 12.
Well, this was supposed to be 20, I think.
I'm guessing then
What's
probably
each line
about
worth?
15.
What's each line worth? And again, when you think about it, don't count the lines, count the spaces. Here's my 0 and here's my 10, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces.
I'm
So
guessing 2.
each one is worth 2, so here's my 10,
So
12,
14.
14, 16.
16.
Goes up to the 16 mark there.
That's
So count each one for each space there. Look at page 52 in your books there. Let's just, again, I think you probably have a